the crown of the coming silence. Destruction is my only worship. Horizon melts into a jagged line of red. I watch the cities blacken and grow like paper. I am the queen of the charm remains, the master of the infinite vacuum. The fire cleans is what the light could not. Transform the world into a mirror of my agony. The darkness is a cloak I wrap around the sun. Everything ends in my embrace. Crush the bones of the old god. The sun is a black hole, black rain on the tongue. Crush the past it does, crush the past it does. Everything we built is gone, skin peels from the bone. I am the wrecking ball, I am the scorcher. Watch the sky collapse, no gods to hear the scream. Only the roar of the wind, only the heat of a blast. Digging through the burning iron, searching for a pulse, searching for a pulse. I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace. Rise from the wreckage. One breath at a time. Horizon is a scar. Poison in every lung. Blood turns to lead. Walking through the waste. Vultures circle the sun. They wait for me to fall. They wait for me to die. But I am the venom. I am the winter gale. I will outlive the end. Tear the silence apart. I will not break. Carry the fire through the dark. Carry the fire. Dead world at my feet. Dead world at my feet. So forged in the furnace. Rise from the wreckage. One breath at a time. One breath. Erase the weakness. Reclaim the ashes. Acclaim. Nothing left to lose. Nothing. Strike the
dark. The steel is my breath, the iron is my heart. No more feeling now. Only the heart will break against my sharpened face. I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut. Sharp, cold, forging the edge. Chaos reborn, fearless revenge. Darkness arising, I am the end, forging the edge. Abyss yields my form, issue floods the trench. Stone heart beats, iron will ignite. Ancient armor binds, vengeance finds its teeth. Behold the rising storm, broken icons weep. Calamity is born. Vanquish the sun, dominion of dust. Shatter the crown, empire of ruin. Will to power waits. Malefic wrath calling all the weak. Heavens bleed black. Gods grovel and fail. Prayer meets the blade. Desolate throne. Empty sky, cold stone king. Scourge the horizon, flame eats the stars. Unyielding conquest, crush the porcelain soul. Trenches blades, desolation screams. I rule the waste, total annihilation. Kingdom of ash, the void remains. The void remains. None survive. Eternal dark ascend. The architecture of my spirit buckles. I am the architect of my own ruin. The mountains of my past crumble, glaciers of great dissolve into fire. Molten blood surges through frozen veins. Eternal storms in the firmament asunder. I stand upon the precipice of madness. I refuse the silence of the grave.
Most bleeds at my feet. The end is mine to command. Mine to command.
Steel teeth bite the marrow, nerves snap like dry wood. Internal furnace ignites, vomiting black bile. Betrayal is a blade, twisted in the gut. No mercy in the wreckage, only hate remains. Acid blood in the pump, heart beats a war drum. Skin peels in the blast, identity's ash. You sold the truth. Now by the funeral, my hands are lean, my eyes are glass. Crush the structure, raise the foundation. Chaos is the master. Violence is the law. Scars turn to armor. Pain is the fuel. The soul is dead. Lacerate the sky, sulfur in the lungs. The end is a fist coming for your throat. Total detonation, absolute zero. Forged in the fire, screaming in the dark. Furnace breach. Dead. Logic snaps under the weight. The stone skin of the world peels. I witness the sun go black. Pressure screams in every vein. A choir of grinding teeth. The horizon falls like paper. The failure of the flesh begins. Total terminal decline. Behold the architecture of failure. The final silence takes hold. Darkness breathes inside the chest. Revenge is a cold structure. The end is a blinding way. Nothingness, nothingness, collapse.
Toss the fuel on the flame, skin melts off the bone. I am raw and broken, take the impurities away. One light by my side, liquid fire in the veins. Strip the softness out, leave only the hate. Burn it all, bound the spirit flag. Harder than the earth, dying to be born. Rising from the dust.
I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming for the cut.
Sharp, sharp, cold, forging the edge. Hammer on the anvil, crush the bone to dust. Bending under pressure, never gonna snap. Metal makes the heat, forced into the shape. Master of the pain, there is no escape. No escape, no escape. Fight the iron heart, lessen every fear. The weapon is alive, the end is drawing near.
I am the blade, tempered in the blood. I am the steel, screaming grace from my skin with fire. I'm the arsonist of my own history. Rebirth is a violent train. Watch the sky peel back like old paint. Everything burns at the same temperature, especially the sights. The past is a weight in my pockets. Stones gathered from a dry creek bed, drowning on dry land in this heat. You call it a collapse, I call it an architectural correction. The pillars are rotting, the foundation is teeth and rust. I am the wolf in the vestry. Bury the hatchet in the floorboards next to the marriage license.
Bring a hollow promiser.
Listen to the silence of the gods you bought. The ledger is empty. The debt is paid in ash. Look me in the eye. Does the heat scare you? It should.
Rage is the only honest breath. I'm the daughter of the furnace now. Break the mold, break the jaw of the world. Let the darkness swallow the sun. I'm walking through the wreckage, hand in hand with the disaster. No more wings, just iron and spine. Iron and spine. Watch the salt with kerosene. Watch the salt with kerosene. I am the fire that survived. Let it all go. Amen. Die! Logic snaps under the weight. The stone skin of the world feels I witness the
is home. Nothingness, nothingness, collapse.